GoldCircleRacing is champion.
Rider saluting, punching the air. Kochka's lunging between them. Brandon Arena.
Stuart Randolph.
MJ Baileyfeld.
Sean Cormack.
Anton Marcus.
Is Munga Kamalo.
पानी 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 और तुम भी सानी 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 आ जाओ बीच यार फोटो मेरी खींच की किस्मत होगी तेरी पर तुमने ये बात न मानी आज तू है पानी 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 और तू भी सानी 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 आ जाओ बीच यार फोटो मेरी खींच की किस्मत होगी तेरी पर तुमने ये बात न मानी चढ़ी है धूम धूम बेखुदी है धूम धूम इसमें तुम हो जा धूम धूम खलबली है धूम धूम हर गली है धूम धूम इसमें तू खो जा धूम चाहे धूम चुनो है धूम है हलचल धूम सुकून है आज तो सब कुछ भुला के झूम मचा ले
Beauty going through the gears, and she's got her eyes on the prize. And Jetta Glow now gets going. Jetta Glow, Festival of Fire barging through on the inside, and it's race over. Festival of Fire won it. Getrix is now putting his hand up. Versing Getrix and Cape Town Noir. Cape Town Noir coming home hard, but Versing Getrix and Cape Town Noir. The angles with Versing Getrix.
Runs by with 100 to go, and Jet Explorer's going on start. He's going to win. Jet Explorer has won it.
Happy Valentine taking it to another level, and she's going to taste grade 1 success. And it's it's Via Africa with that magical stride. In fact, her stride's better than a million words. Willow Magic is looking to get going up the inside, but it's Captain of All in command, 3 parts of a length, and Captain of All's going to win it. Contador the last 100 from Wild Type, and it's Contador going on. Contador.
River Crossing now comes on powerfully though from Penadigan, and River Crossing's going to get up and win it. Blue Ridge Mountain's digging in deep. Blue Ridge Mountain, do you remember? Here's the line. Do you remember? Won it. Vercingetorix at the front at the 200. Wiley all on the outside. No worries running on. Cape Town Noir comes home well. Vercingetorix holding on and won it. Astro News coming home powerfully out territorial waters, and Astro News going on to win it. Louvre is still hanging on halfway to Evans, coming home powerfully on the outside. Louvre continues to dig in though, and Louvre has won it. Beach Beauty, she's stalking Variety Club, but it's only Variety Club, and what a champion. He can wear his crown with distinction.
Murhe's bursting through. Murhe comes home flying on the inside. Murhe to catapult this field.
But Dylan's Promise hit the front at the top of the stretch. Look at Kevin, he's looking both ways. Dylan's Promise in a procession. Sylvanus Jet is still in front, but Hot Ticket's now taking off, and Hot Ticket comes at Sylvanus Jet. Sylvanus Jet held on though and won it. Festival of Fire, but it's now Gitiano hit the front. Corridor and Koi Boy coming home hard, but Gitiano, Cookie Monster, Gitiano's going to win it. Master Plan's coming home from Patriotic Rebel, and Master Plan won it. On the outside, Putney Flyer, but they're going to battle to beat this one, and Cole Cutter has got it won.
For the lads are Cedric Bing, Masked Lady for the lads erupting through, and for the lads won it. Forest Indigo looks to run on late on the outside. Forest Indigo, Captain of All. Kochka's absolutely flying between them, very, very close. Forest Indigo. 100, Heavy Metal gets going. Heavy Metal and run for it. Heavy Metal with his head in front. Heavy Metal won it.
Sean Terry, Smonga Kamalo, Chris Van Niekerk, they've won the Vodacom Durban July. Now Beach Beauty starched in ale, Princess Victoria, but Beach Beauty, once again she shows her class, and Beach Beauty won it. Jimmy Chu, Ace Antonius, and on the knot coming down to the wire. Ace Antonius won it. Well, Witches running on. All a Secret, what a winter. But All a Secret's finding more. All a Secret's going on, and All a Secret has won it. Razzle Rose and Louvre and Razzle Dazzle Rose, nothing in it. Louvre but Razzle Dazzle Rose gonna get up.
It's along came Polly though. Today's her time to shine. Along came Polly. Kochka's erupting through at the rail. Forest Indigo, but Kochka's coming with long lengthy strides. Kochka got revenge on Forest Indigo. Here's Jackson with fire in his eyes, and it's Jackson the last 100 like a ball of fire won it. Calcutta's on the inside. Jeppy's Reef. Night to Remember, Canterbury Tale, Maasai Warriors running on, but it's Jeppy's Reef, Night to Remember, Jeppy's Reef in front, Jeppy's Reef gonna win it, Jeppy's Reef won it, seconds close, maybe Canterbury Tale, Maasai Warrior, Night to Remember.
The management and the staff of Gold Circle, we welcome you here today to the official media launch of Champion Season 2014. Looking at the replays of those feature races from last season, which produced so many thrilling close finishes, we have so much to look forward to again this coming season. Without any further ado, I'm going to call on the Gold Circle Chairman, Mr. Robert Mavis, to come and say hi to you. Robert Mavis.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the board, the management and staff of Gold Circle, I welcome you here today to enjoy with us the official opening of Champion Season 2014, the biggest annual celebration of a thoroughbred in the country. During this period, Gold Circle, together with its sponsors and supporting organizations, will offer no less than 42 million rand in stakes. The program, headed of course by Africa's greatest horse racing event, Vodacom Durban July. There are also 16 Grade 1 races and a further 36 feature races at other levels. In this regard, I'd like to thank our loyal sponsors and supporters for their continued support. A special thank you goes to members of the media that have over many decades presented the excitement and entertainment attraction of racing to the public through their various mediums. Thank you. In return, the staff of Gold Circle will, as usual, give their all to ensure the season is a great success, and for this I offer my sincere thanks. In the past year, there have been a realignment of racing operation in the country, and Gold Circle now stands alone, but proud. It stands on a solid foundation with great plans for the future, which includes the introduction of the all-weather track, and later in the year, racing every Friday night with much improved catering and entertainment facilities. We plan to make it the entertainment and tourist venue of choice for the people of and visitors to the city of Durban. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very excited about the future, and I thank you once again for your attendance here today and for your present and future support for racing in KwaZulu-Natal. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. I'd just like to echo what the chairman had to say, and from our side, a very warm welcome to all of the representatives of our sponsors here today. Obviously, today we also announced the first round of entries, which we'll get to in just a moment or so, for the 2014 3.5 million rand Vodacom Durban July, which takes place over 2,200 meters here at Greyville on Saturday, July the 5th. And which this year will feature a field of no more than 16 runners as a result of all the developments that have been taking place here at Greyville. And I'm sure you've had an opportunity prior to coming through here to have a look at what's going on. It's all very exciting, and we're looking forward, as the chairman said, to a very bright future for racing here in KwaZulu-Natal. Change is something to embrace, not something to fear, and we're looking forward to the months ahead. I would like to extend a very special word of welcome to the entire Vodacom team here that's sitting to my right. Without your support, guys, that day just wouldn't be what it is today. Give them a nice big warm welcome. And as the chairman said, we've got some other wonderful Grade 1 races. The season kicks off officially on the 3rd of May with the Independent on Saturday Drill Hall Stakes and the KRA Guineas. And of course, also with us here today is the marketing guru from Golden Horse, and we're looking forward to that jackpot of Grade 1 sprints on Saturday the 24th of May at Scottsville Racecourse. Prabashni, you're most welcome. Thanks for joining us here today. Also, as the chairman said, I'd just like to echo and endorse the welcome to all of the visiting owners and visiting trainers. But let's get to it. The entries, the first round of entries for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. You know, I was chatting to my staff the other day. We had a bit of a meeting. And I said, you know, we get, generally speaking, between 50 and 65 entries at the first stage for the Vodacom Durban July each year. But this year, as I've said, we limited to 16 runners. We've issued some guidelines as how the selection for the final field is going to work. We look forward to the first log appearing on the 6th of May after the big race day at Turfentine on the 26th of April, and of course the Independent on Saturday race day at Greyville on the 3rd of May. Many of the entries for the Vodacom Durban July will be seen in action at Turfentine on Champions Day on the 26th of April. That's in just a week or so from now. I thought this year, well, we may get fewer entries. Maybe the guys are going to take a wait-and-see approach. I couldn't be further from the truth. We've had 70 entries for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. And perhaps, yes, give them a round of applause. They still all want to win the blue riband of the turf. Maybe right up front, before releasing the names of the horses and the stables they represent, for those that are stats-minded, I think we did this last year, and I'll do it right up front this year, lest I forget, because I'm a year older than last year. 70 entries, 26 3-year-olds, 23 4-year-olds, 16 5-year-olds, and 5 who are 6 and older. Fillies and mares of the 70, 9, which means that there's 61 colt geldings and horses. And just for added interest, we know that the stallion logs in recent times have been dominated by Jetmaster and Silvano, the heir apparent to the championship throne. Jetmaster is represented at this very early stage, of course, by 11, Silvano by 9, and what makes the Vodacom Durban July a truly international event, we've got no fewer than 14 imported horses entered at the early stage from all parts of the world, South America, Australia, Europe, all over, Australasia as well. So let's get to it. We're going to go through the trainers who have nominated their horses, and we're going alphabetical order of their first name, and it's appropriate that we kick off with Alec Laird. He's been in the form of his life as Alec Laird this season, and he has come to the party with 5 nominees. It's hard to believe that it's already 18 years ago that he last won this race with London News. There are many in this room who remember London News, who blazed a trail for us internationally like it was yesterday. Well, it was 18 years ago that London News won the Vodacom Durban July. And Alec has got a 3-year-old by Tiger Ridge, As You Like, who was 3rd in 2 of the classics, the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, and runs in the Derby next week. He's got the 3-year-old Bezanova, Bouclair Top, who also runs in the Derby next week. He's a 3-year-old son of Giant's Causeway. He's got Earl of Derby, and a very interesting entry, of course, is Orator's Daughter. Now, she is an imported filly. She's by Oratorio that now stands at the Aventura Stud. We're looking forward to his South African progeny. She's raced only 7 times for 5 wins. In the last 2 starts, she's won the Acacia Handicap and the Jacaranda Handicap Group 3, and she looks to step up for the Alec Laird stable during Champion Season 2014. So those are the 5 that have been nominated by Alec Laird. With us here today, and I'd like you to give him a very warm welcome. Brett Crawford is with us in the room here today. Brett, welcome to KwaZulu-Natal. Well, he's got 2 entered at this early stage. Captain America, 2nd in the CTS Guineas and 2nd in the Investec Derby. He's well exposed. He's a very exciting 3-year-old, and we look forward to seeing him campaigning here in KwaZulu-Natal. The stable companion that has been entered is Futura, a 3-year-old son of Dynasty. Now, you'll remember that Dynasty is, of course, a past winner of the Vodacom Durban July. Futura has raced only 3 times for 2 wins. He's largely unexposed, but we'll be watching with keen interest as he steps out onto the Clarewood turf on Sunday in a graduation over a mile, and we'll see if he's headed in the right direction. Former national champion trainer Charles Laird, who's now resident, is a homeboy right here in KwaZulu-Natal. He's come through with 5 entries, 3 of which are imported. His 5 entries are Astro News, of course, is a hard-knocking son of Silvano. Bold Inspiration is his 2nd. Now, many of you may not know too much about Bold Inspiration. He's a 3-year-old son of Horse Chestnut. He's only raced 4 times to date. He's won 2 of those. He's been rested since November. So we look forward to Bold Inspiration coming back into racing action, because one thing is for sure, he must be doing well at home for Charles Laird to have nominated him at this early stage for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. On our videos earlier, we saw the action from last season's Betting World Oaks, and Dylan's Promise was a runaway winner, and she's nominated for the Vodacom Durban July, along with the King's Cup winner Rio Carnival and the Argentinian-bred Weekend Temper, who's also relatively unexposed and is a 3-year-old son of Tappet, who from only a few starts to date has been Group 3 placed. Moving on, Dean Canamere. What can one say about Dean Canamere? He won the race with Dynasty in 2003. He won the race with Eye of the Tiger in 2006. He's back with Cape Town Noir, multiple Grade 1 winner, champion without question over a mile. The question has always been, does he go effectively beyond that trip? Well, he's in town after being beaten in a short head in the Horse Chestnut Stakes just the other day, and we look forward to seeing him back in action, the 4-year-old son of Western Winter. His stable companions, there at Clarewood, that's where Dean Canamere is stabled for the season. Hot Ticket, you saw him running second in the Betting World Derby last year behind Sylvana's Jet, and more recently, he was a very facile winner of the Chairman's Handicap over 3,200 metres at Kenilworth. And one thing is for certain, he goes the trip. And the third of his nominees, Ice Machine, winner of the Greenpoint Stakes, Grade 2 over 1,600 metres during the Cape Summer season, and not disgraced in the 2014 renewal of the J&B Met, in which he finished 6th, not too far behind the winner, Hill 54. Back with the local boys, Dennis Dreyer. Like Alec Laird, his close relation, in the form of his life. It's hard to believe that it is now 22 years since Dennis Dreyer won the Vodacom Durban July. He won it in 1992 with Spanish Galliard. He's got 2 runners nominated. Would be the envy of any trainer to nominate these 2 horses. The champion, Beach Beauty, the 6-year-old daughter of Dynasty, who's won many Grade 1 races and many titles. And she steps out onto the tracks over the weekend, and we look forward to seeing her campaigning for what will probably be her last season of racing. Master of My Fate, undoubted talent, uncontrolled temperament. Is that what he's all about? But he's got class, he's got ability. He won 2 Grade 2 races during the Cape season. He won the Premium Handicap and the Peninsula Handicap. He started favourite for the 2014 Vodacom J&B Met. And we look forward to seeing Master of My Fate make his seasonal debut one of these days in KwaZulu-Natal. So Dennis Dreyer's got Beach Beauty and Master of My Fate. Ashburton trainer Duncan Howells, one runner, very smart handicapper, son of Strike Smartly, one cool dude. He's been feature placed on a number of occasions, and Duncan has made no secret of the fact that he thinks very highly of him. From Summerveld, Frank Robinson. He has nominated Great Rumpus, the recent winner of the Easter Handicap. Great Rumpus is certainly going in the right direction. From Johannesburg, Gary Alexander has yet to win the Vodacom Durban July, but he came a very close second just a couple of years ago with Pierre Jourdan. He's nominated Mesa for the event, and Mesa runs at Turfentine next Saturday, the 26th. So we'll be watching that run with a great deal of interest. Gavin van Sale, stables in Johannesburg and with the main stable here in KwaZulu-Natal, has over 100 horses in training. He's nominated 3 for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. Heart of a Lion. We've yet to see the best of him. He ran a very close second to Louis the King in the Sea Cottage Stakes. We all now know that Louis the King has come out and won the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, and that's the kind of performance that Heart of a Lion is capable of. Also from the Gavin van Sale stable, No Worries, finished 4th in the 2013 Vodacom Durban July, and again 4th in the Lormans Queen's Plate earlier this year. Unquestionably, the 4-year-old son of Kahal that races in the colours of Brian Bernard has got the ability to take out a race such as the Vodacom Durban July. And the third nominee from Gavin van Sale is the multiple Grade 1 placed Show Gunner, always there and thereabouts and cannot be underestimated. Gavin van Sale, of course, yet to win the Vodacom Durban July either as a trainer or as a jockey. Now, the man who's capturing headlines, certainly on the high felt, Jeff Woodruff. Jeff Woodruff registered modern-day history when his charge El Picha won back-to-back Vodacom Durban Julys in 1999 and 2000. The first horse to win successive running of the Vodacom Durban July since Malaysia Pride did that in 1949 and 1950. But since then, by his own high standards, certainly as far as the Vodacom Durban July is concerned, Jeff has been rather quiet. But take a look at what he's coming with here. Kalua Castle runs in the President's Champions Challenge Grade 1 at Turfentine next week. Lockheed Jetstar will also be seen in action. And of course the horse that everybody's talking about, Louis the King, winner of the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown in Joburg. He won the Guineas, he won the Classic, and he stands on the threshold of doing what Horse Chestnut did, winning all 3 legs of the Triple Crown. We'll watch him with keen interest in the R2 million SA Derby over 2,450 metres at Turfentine next Saturday, the 26th. Master Sabina, close second in the Sansui Summer Cup. He runs on the 26th. Rakes Chestnut, an unexposed son of Horse Chestnut, also racing on the 26th. Then, of course, Telina, who won the Guineas as a 3-year-old, and his recent form is superb. Yorker, much improved as a gelding, won the Sansui Summer Cup this year, beating Master Sabina, and just the other day added another Grade 1 to his CV by beating Cape Town Noir in the Horse Chestnut Stakes over 1,600 metres. And Yorker is certainly a live wire as far as the 2014 Vodacom Durban July is concerned. The last of the Jeff Woodruff nominees is Zafira, who's likely to start favourite for the R1 million Oaks at Turfentine next Saturday. She goes every inch of the ground. She's certainly a highly promising daughter of Western Winter, and I think it's going to take a good one, perhaps a stable companion, but a good one to beat Zafira. Back now with the Glen Cotson stable is Jet Bell. Jet Bell, of course, was a multiple Grade 1 placed as a 3-year-old. She's been down in the Western Cape where she won a race with distinction. She's back in town and she'll be looking to step up to the plate in the 2014 Champions season. Jeffrey Friedman has his operation out at Clarewood, and he has 3 nominees. The Australian-bred Royal Denise, Silver Age, who's a 5-year-old son of Requiem, who's a graded stakes winner, and of course Wild One, who ran in the Vodacom Durban July last year and was second in the 2013 South African Derby run at Turfentine. Joe Soma, he's already qualified this filly. If you win the Fillies Classic, you're in. And what a spectacular victory for Athena in the Fillies Classic over 1,800 metres at Turfentine at the beginning of the month. Beautifully ridden by Kevin Shea, she came scything through the opposition from far back to win going away. And Joe Soma is certainly no stranger to training Grade 1 winners, and we look forward to him arriving in KwaZulu-Natal. He'll be based at Summerveld soon after the conclusion of the Highveld autumn season. Joey Ramsden. Let's give him a round of applause in his absence for what Variety Club achieved overseas, ladies and gentlemen. Flying the flag for South Africa. He's now moved to the Mike de Kock stable on a permanent basis and will be seen in action on the 4th of May in Hong Kong. And we hope it goes well with Variety Club going forward. Well, Joey Ramsden would dearly love to win this race. He's got King of Pain, who's a hard knocker. He's a son of the 2004 Vodacom Durban July winner, Gray's Inn. And as the name of his father would suggest, King of Pain is certainly a grey. He still has to qualify, but he's certainly got talent. Joey's other runner, or other entry into the race, is Silvano's Jet, winner of last season's KZN Derby, and then stepping up from there ran second behind Jackson in the Grade 1 Champion Stakes here at Greyville on the last Saturday of the 2013 Champion season. We haven't seen Silvano's Jet since then, but he's been nominated by Joey, and we eagerly await his return to racing. Justin Snaith, the man who at the moment is top of the log as far as the trainers are concerned. He's being chased hard, of course, by Sean Tarry. And as can be expected, both have got a number entered at this early stage for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. Let's have a look at Justin Snaith's entries. In the fast lane, winner of the Aventure Fillies Guineas down in Cape Town Grade 1, and certainly a filly with tons of ability. Earlier, we saw Jet Explorer winning the 2013 Betting World 1900, and he's back for another crack during Champion Season 2014. Legislate already qualified for the Vodacom Durban July through his victory in the Investec Cape Derby down in Cape Town. A very interesting nomination is Ready to Go Right Now. Ready to Go Right Now is a 4-year-old son of More Than Ready, one of the more successful stallions in the world. He won 2 legs of last season's Winter Series in the Western Cape, but we haven't seen him for a while. But he's got a 5-star pedigree, and I'm sure that Justin's got him back on track. And the last of his 5 nominees is last season's Vodacom Durban July runner-up, Run For It, son of Dynasty. Moving on to Kumaran Naidu, very popular figure here in KwaZulu-Natal. He's got 1 entry, and it's for Roy Moodley, who's got a big string of horses here in training in KwaZulu-Natal. And, of course, this horse won the Charity Mile and was then far from disgraced in the Sansui Cup. Royal Zulu Warrior is Com Naidu's entry. Michael Azzi. It's been a long time since the Azzi name was on the winner's enclosure here at the Vodacom Durban July. You've got to go back to Reboville in 1974. Michael Azzi would like nothing better than to win this race. He's got Brooks Club, a very smart handicapper, and an interesting runner, an interesting entry, is Chesalon. Chesalon used to be trained by Mike Bass, and indeed ran 3rd in the Vodacom Durban July 2012. He's been very lightly raced since. Having spoken about Mike Bass, who used to train Chesalon, let's move on to Mike Bass. He's no stranger to winning the Vodacom Durban July. Trademark in 2001, Dunford in 2005, Pocket Power in 2008, and since then 3rd with English Garden and Chesalon. Certainly Mike Bass's runners know their way around the Greyville track. He's got 3 runners, 2 of which certainly aren't exposed at this stage. Gifted for Glory, not at the top of most people's lists, but winner of last season's Winter Derby. And you'll recall, that's a race that Pocket Power won. He's also got Helderberg Blue, a 3-year-old son of Jetmaster. He's a promising young horse, but obviously does need to do a lot more to qualify, as does the 3rd string to Mike Bass's bow at this early stage, Mountain Master, 3-year-old son of Jetmaster. He's just a one-time winner at this time, but Mike Bass knows what it takes, what a horse has to give to be competitive in champion season. And he's bringing Mountain Master here. So we have to pay respect to that. Mike de Kock. Let's have another round of applause for Mike de Kock in his absence for what he achieved in Dubai and the manner in which he goes around the world flying the flag for South African racing and breeding. He's a genius, Mike de Kock, and is a great ambassador for this country. He brings us Captain Lars, recent winner of the Drumstar Stakes. Espumanti, daughter of Dan Silly. She's the winner of the Ipitombi Stakes Grade 2 and just the other day ran 3rd in the Grade 1 Empress Club Stakes, and she runs in the Gerald Rosenberg Stakes at Turfentine next Saturday, the 26th. Gone, Baby Gone. This is a horse that carries Mike's own colours. He's a fast-improving 3-year-old son of Gray's Inn. We'll see how he goes in the Derby. In fact, the next 3 of Mike de Kock's entries are all in the SA Derby next week. That's Gone Baby Gone, Elicha, who won the Derby trial, and Tarish. And the last of his nominees at this stage is Whistle Stop, who is a son of Silvano, lightly raced. He's only been to the races 5 times for 2 wins. Now the man who's taken the Vodacom Durban July by absolute storm the last couple of years, Sean Tarry, champion in 2012 with Pomodoro, champion in 2013 with Heavy Metal. And he's got a mixture of the old and the new. Sagiva, winner of 3 of his last 5 starts and 2nd in the Colorado King Stakes. E-Jet, who raced in the Vodacom Durban July last year and during that season was a winner of the Colorado King Stakes. His 3rd nominee is Fort Bellini. He's a son of Fort Wood. He's lightly raced. He's only been to the races 5 times for 2 wins, but he's raced in the Guineas and in the Classic. Last time out finishing just 4 lengths behind Louis the King, And he goes in the SA Derby over 2,450 meters next Saturday, the 26th. Halve the deficit, first Gold Onyx. I'm so used to saying Gold Onyx, I nearly forgot him. I think he's been nominated for the last 4 Vodacom Durban July since he won a Grade 1 race as a 2-year-old. But he's game, he's consistent, and he's classy, and he loves this track. Last year he was 3rd in one of the minor features on Vodacom Durban July Day. Golden High, an unexposed son of Trippy. He runs in a handicap next Saturday, and I'm sure that Sean will use the opportunity to make sure that he's going in the right direction. Now halve the deficit. Here's a horse that's shown good recent improvement. He's a winner of the Colorado King Stakes last time out, and he runs in the President's Champion Challenge Stakes Grade 1 over 2,000 meters next Saturday, the 26th. And the form that Sean Terry has been in recent months, and indeed the whole year, as he challenges for national title once again, you have to respect him. Mercado goes in the Derby. Pomodoro, the winner in 2012, goes in the President's Champions Challenge next week. And White Line Fever is back for another crack to prove us all wrong that he does go beyond 1,600 meters. A solid campaigner is White Line Fever. St. John Gray nominates Everest. He was a short-haired second behind Elich in the Derby trial, and he won yesterday on the Highveld, but one senses that he's going to have to do quite a bit more, but it's great that St. John Gray has nominated the son of Sarge at this early stage. Stan Ellie, one of the most likable men in horse racing, is back with Punta Arenas. The horse ran a superb race in the JMB Met to finish 3rd, and is worthy of bringing back to KwaZulu-Natal, so we wish Stan Ellie and his stable well. Tony Riverland, Diamond King, winner of the KwaZulu-Natal Guineas Trial. Tony Riverland, this horse owned by Mary Liley, and those colours are very famous and very familiar on the tracks here in KwaZulu-Natal. So Tony has taken a chance and hoping that Diamond King is going to step up in the features to come so as to qualify for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. Vaughan Marshall, 2 very strong chances. The 2014 JMB Met winner Hill 54 that races in the Ulster colours, and Tribal Dance. Vaughan Marshall has 2 victories in the JMB Met on his CV already, but has yet to win the Vodacom Durban July. And his runners are safely housed at Clarewood Racecourse, and he's set for another big season. He certainly got off to a flying start by winning a feature at Scottsville last week. And the last of the 70. Last season's SA Derby winner, Wiley Hall, the 4-year-old son of Redoubt's Choice. From the stable of Waiho Mowing, he's always there and thereabouts. He's yet to win a big one in older company, but he gets his chance next week when he runs in the R2 million President's Champion Challenge Stakes. So that, ladies and gentlemen, those are the 70 entries that we've received at the first round of entries for the 2014 Vodacom Durban July. Of course, there are supplementary entry stages, and we will follow the progress of the runners through the season with great interest. And as I said right earlier on, the first Vodacom log will come out on the 6th of May, and we're looking forward to that. As you know, the theme for the Vodacom Durban July this year is big screen, it's Hollywood, it's Bollywood, and it's Nollywood. But what is the Vodacom Durban July about? What is the essence of the Vodacom Durban July? Well, let me share you the words of Richard Macmillan. The great theatres of the world are where the epics of stage and screen are played out as dramatic portrayals of reality, engulfing audiences in the intricate emotional situations drawn from everyday experiences. The casts prepare and rehearse their parts to deliver the perfect performance, and each year the greats are rewarded with international acclaim as the Oscar winners. Horse racing in South Africa has many stages where budding stars perform and emerge and set their sights on glory in the Theatre of Champions at Greyville on the first Saturday in July. For them, there are many hurdles to overcome as they hone their craft, improving in confidence and ability with each appearance. For them and those involved in nurturing their talent, racing's Oscar, the Vodacom Durban July crown, is the focus of their endeavours as they bid for a nomination and hopefully for a role in the greatest racing show on the African continent, the centrepiece of a colourful extravaganza of excitement and entertainment. The excitement is buoyed by anticipation, anxiety, joy, tears and cheers, a collage of emotional experiences that only a premier performance can induce. Vodacom Durban July Day is the embodiment of all the critical elements of a blockbuster drama, played out by an award-winning cast with a storyline of intrigue, passion, anticipation, and excitement. Dramatic it is in every way, but here there is no fiction. The reality of the heart-pounding build-up and action is stark and draws one through a myriad of emotions to the thrilling climax and a state of breathless exhilaration. It is the magnitude of the occasion that sets it apart, and the wow factor it engenders is the true essence of the Vodacom Durban July. Thanks for being with us to hear the first round of entries and enjoy your lunch.
Jackson is champion.
They're saluting, punching the air. Kochka's lunging between them. Brandon Arena. Stuart Randolph.
MJ Bielefeld. Sean Cormack.
Anton Marcus. Is Manga Kamalo.